They're using old phones and fucking young girls.
It's like the thing, you're into D&D and you meet some other people in D&D and yada yada yada. You know, you roll 20, you get a touch kid.
No.
Episode 12 of the Broken Woke podcast. Welcome, everybody. There's some crazy shit that's been going down with Trump and Epstein.
Yeah, I've only been keeping a surface level view of things, so I'm curious to dig into the details a bit.
So one thing that's funny that I noticed looking, skimming through these emails is that I think Jeffrey Epstein might be illiterate. Like, he cannot spell or speak like a normal person or write like a normal person. He's all over the place, and he misspells even Donald Trump's name on numerous occasions. He misspells a bunch of shit. I
to
think
be
there's
fair,
something wrong.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he's also just a giant boomer. Like, he's an ancient boomer at this point, typing with his thumbs. Probably just also not physically great at using a phone, would be my guess.
Doesn't it say that, at the end of an email, if it was sent with an iPhone or a Samsung or whatever?
Not necessarily. It depends on... I mean, these are sent through Gmail, so...
So some funny context for this. Like, you guys remember probably the Hillary Clinton emails. Like, the bombshell Hillary Clinton emails. Well... whatever they wished the Hillary Clinton emails were, that turned out to be a nothing burger. Not that we like Hillary Clinton. We don't. She's a war criminal and a monster. But everything they wanted the Hillary Clinton emails to be, this shit turned out to be, essentially.
I love Hillary Clinton. I love her sense of style. I wish more people would dress like that and just have haircuts like that. I think, she's a fashion icon.
Apparently, Bill Clinton is, can you imagine, in these emails, and
What? In Jeffrey Epstein's emails?
Oh, yeah. And he has a very, very cute nickname. I think his nickname was Bubba, Bubba Gump.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't just here. I mean, that's a long-running thing. So, Jeffrey E. sends... gevacation@gmail.com. That was Jeffrey Epstein's vacation email.
That was his pet email.
Vacation. Yeah, I mean,
oh shit, that's right. Because we work with YouTube, we can't use the word. We have to use another word. Let's say instead of
you'll have to beep that out.
Yeah, pedantic. Yeah. Let's say pedantic. Yeah. This is his pedantic email.
Yeah. When he goes on his pedantic vacations. Okay, yeah. So some Bloomberg article looks like from the title, Bannon removed from National Security Council role in shakeup. And then Michael Wolff wrote back, war between the Jews and non-Jews. Jews presently winning. Jesus. Okay.
This is two Jewish guys agreeing that they are awesome and kick-ass and they're winning.
Yep, Tillerson. I'm sure that's Tillerson. Unhappy with Jared in Iraq. Pence given health bill. Kelly Conway in trouble.
All fun. Barack gone dark. This is some weird pedantic. The new word is pedantic. Pedantic code words that they're using. Barack gone dark. All fun Barack, like Barack Obama. No, it's a small b. But I don't know if they mean Barack Obama because they're illiterate. They can't, for some reason, they can't write properly.
Oh, I got a message from Barack. He's in LA. Okay. So Barack Obama was talking to Michael Wolff and supposedly Jeffrey Epstein. Barack. Wait, no, Barack. Hold on.
Barack gone dark is a big. I guess he's the first black president. I don't know what the.
No, gone dark. No, gone dark means that somebody is non-communicative.
Oh, well, fuck. Good thing you're here because I'm fucking stupid.
You're too foreign to understand basic idioms.
Who do you call an idiom? You're an idiom, sir. I would never allow such slander upon my name. To call a man an idiom while you're working with him, how dare you? This is very interesting. This is between Epstein's brother and Jeffrey Epstein and Mark L. Epstein. He really took an L there.
Oh yeah, this is the one my buddy. This is the one my buddy showed me. This is insane.
Oh, yeah.
A while back, you mentioned you were pre-diabetic. This is Mark writing to Jeffrey. Mark, his brother, I think. A while back, you mentioned that you were pre-diabetic. Has anything changed with that? What is your boy Donald up to now? Jeffrey responds, all good. Bannon with me. Mark replies, ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba.
Wait,
then there were two replies. Then there were two replies. So then oh no, sorry. Yeah.
By the way, we gotta stay on that for a second. I'm sorry for cutting you off. We gotta stay on that. Now we know who Bubba is, right?
I mean, we're pretty sure that's Bill Clinton.
That's Bill Clinton, yes. Which means there's a video of Trump sucking off Bill Clinton.
I mean, look, I didn't know this was going to be the erotic episode. I didn't realize we were going to be trying to make each other hard while recording. I mean, wow, what a mental image that is. Just, can you imagine?
Mark Epstein is asking his brother, Jeffrey Epstein, do you think Putin has the photo of Trump blowing Bill Clinton? So there is very likely a photo of Trump sucking the dick of Bill Clinton.
Yeah, I mean, the way he says the photos as if he has those photos.
Okay, read the next one. Read the next one. It gets crazier.
And then Mark replied, you and your boy Donnie can make a remake of the movie Get Hard. And then Jeffrey said, you mean Donnie T? And then Mark said, I'd rather be in Donnie D's shoes. And I don't know who Donnie D is.
Okay, one second. There's a tiny bit of detail here that's kind of making me laugh my tits off, which is sent via tin can and string. Is this like some kind of weird inside joke? Because
it's like some joke. I don't know.
Yeah. Donnie D's. That is Donnie D's. Donald Trump's. That is Donald Trump. Like there can't be anyone else. I'd rather be in Donnie D's shoes. What? You'd rather be Donald Trump sucking the dick of.
I don't know what anyone means. Yeah. This is all just whatever nonsense.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Theoretically, yeah. Donald Trump blew Bill Clinton.
Theoretically, he's probably an initiation right to even be allowed to get on the island.
I mean, who the fuck knows what these fucking weirdos get up to?
Rich people are weird. They're not normal. I want you to realize that the dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Victim, by the way, we know who this victim is now. Spent hours at my house. Virginia Jeffries.
Is it
the one who got poached from Mar-a-Lago by Epstein? Victim spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned, police chief, etc. I'm 75% there. Now, the redacted victim here, people are pretty certain that it's Virginia Jeffries.
Well, it could be that other case.
It could be.
You know the one I'm talking about? The one where they dropped it after they started getting death threats?
Yeah, the Jane Does and Elliot Does and all of those. Yeah,
because that was also at Epstein's place and not on the island. I don't know if it was a house necessarily, but I mean, he could be using house in a loose way.
Michael Wolff wrote, I hear CNN planning to ask Trump tonight about his relationship with you, either on air or in scrum afterwards. This was Michael Wolff to Epstein. And now Epstein replies with, if we were able to craft an answer for him, what do you think it should be? But Jeffrey Epstein. And then Michael Wolff says, I think you should let him hang himself. If he says he hasn't been on the plane or to the house, then that gives you a valuable PR and political currency. You can hang him in a way that potentially generates a positive benefit for you, or if it really looks like he could win, you could save him generating a debt. Of course, it is possible that when asked, he'll say Jeffrey is a great guy and has gotten a raw deal and is a victim of political correctness, which is to be outlawed in a Trump regime. Now, only part of that was said by Trump, which is Jeffrey is a great guy. He likes women. He and I shares love for women, beautiful women.
Wow, that was all said. That
side.
was all said way before this. This way before December 16th, 2015. But yeah.
Oh, okay. But this is also like crazy.
Oh, well, I mean, they're saying yes, she was definitely at the house and at the island. I mean,
there's an implication there. Why would anyone, like, being in a place does not implicate anyone?
Sorry, the plane and the house is where he was. Yeah,
right. Yeah, this is confirming he was in the plane and in the house. And funnily enough, now that I recall it, Trump used Jeffrey Epstein's train to do his campaigning. Do you remember that?
Yeah, well, yeah, like after Epstein ended up getting in legal trouble, then somehow it ended up in Trump's hands very, very weirdly. But
well, it was in the 2024 election. He used it to travel around the country. It was actually quite recent.
But it didn't come directly to him from Jeffrey Epstein.
Why you gotta ruin a perfectly fun story? I was connecting the red dots in a cool way. And you had to be a serious human being with facts and logic. Ruining.
Why do you need to invent things? Look at what's in front of us.
I know. But here's the thing. What kills me is, as I started this whole thing, which is, this has been said about left-wing people, Democrats, trans people, drag queens, all of these.
Yeah, nonsense. By the biggest lying idiots on earth, right? I mean.
Right. And it turns out that everything they accused people on our side of, or people we want to protect, they did, and they did it a lot, and they had fun doing it.
These accusations all predate Trump. The only difference is that when Trump squeaked out a victory, then all of a sudden the media decided that these fucking losers were worth paying any attention to. You think they weren't calling us pedophiles under Clinton or whatever? I mean, no, it's the same people.
Well, I mean, yeah, man, you had the Alex Jones.
Nothing has changed. Republicans are not different under Trump. These are not. It's the exact same evil pieces of shit they've always been.
I mean, you obviously had your more deranged sector, like the Alex Joneses and all those types, participated in, laundering Trump while also theory crafting about all this nonsense about a pizza place and that shit was happening in its cellar. And it turned out, oh shit, the pizza place that you guys were talking shit about, that a crazy person shot up, didn't even have a basement.
Right. But these emails do exist and they'll just ignore them.
So what conclusion can we draw from this? Like, if he says he hasn't been on a plane on the house, then that gives you a valuable PR or political currency. Or if it really looks like he could win, you could save him generating a debt. What could one draw from a conclusion that one could have a debt to Jeffrey Epstein for not hanging Donald Trump?
Right? Yeah, I mean, how would he hang him? He would hang him by proving that he was, right?
Right.
That he was on the plane and that he was at the house. Yep.
And being a bit pedantic. I mean, we already confirmed from the last email that, confirmed. Allegedly, there is a photo of Donald Trump giving the old bluey Louie to old Bubba there. Right?
True, so but to be fair, that is not. Excuse me. That is not pedantic.
That is not pedantic. That's right. We can't say so. So it's not. It is fine for two old white guys to blow each other, but
yeah, it's great.
There's more. Email number 2, victim Mar-a-Lago. So victim Mar-a-Lago, I think Virginia Jeffries.
And
she was
some
the one
sentence, and then some sentence just dumped. Interesting.
Victim blank Mar-a-Lago blank. Trump said he asked me to resign. Never a member ever.
Trump
I'm sorry.
Trump said he asked me to resign as a member from Mar-a-Lago, but he had never been a member of Mar-a-Lago.
Yep. Of course, he knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine to stop. Basically, he knew about the girls. Like,
but the right wingers will hang all of their weight on the last part. See, he's actually a white hat pedophile because he asked Ghislaine to stop. Now he was still going to hang out with them, but
so
he was trying to put a stop to it. Right. No, see, he was trying to put a stop to it. That's what that sentence means. He was a good guy. Trump was a good guy.
But no, there's some context here. We'll get to the retardation at the end of this segment. I'll promise. I have a couple of ideas of what could be the defenses. So Ghislaine was the one who procured children for Epstein and Trump to be pedantic with, right? And Trump asked Ghislaine, we're saying Ghislaine, that's her name, Ghislaine. Trump asked Ghislaine to stop, meaning stop taking the kids I want to touch and taking them to Epstein. I want to keep them here close to me so I don't have to take a goddamn plane to an island every time I want to do some fun.
No,
I want to start my own massage parlor.
It don't say that. It don't say that. It says he asked Ghislaine to stop. That's all it's like. I mean, I already know what these people. I already know what these people are going to say. I already know that they will. Any excuse.
Crypto. I promise you, you don't know the defenses they're gonna craft because.
They'll get more insane, of course. Also, they'll just say this is all made up.
I have a defense crafted by Her Majesty Megyn Kelly of Fox News, a very, very unusual defense, and we'll get to that soon.
All right,
but it's kind of what we discussed earlier, outside of but we'll leave it hanging there. We'll leave it hanging there. It's kind of interesting.
Landon Thomas Jr. wrote, "Now everyone coming to me thinking I have juicy info on you and Trump because of this. Quote, I've known Jeff for 15 years, terrific guy. Trump booms from a speakerphone. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. No doubt about it. Jeffrey enjoys his social life. That story will never die. Landon Thomas Jr., financial reporter, New York Times." And then the response from Jeffrey said, "Read the BuzzFeed regarding my airplane logs and Hawaiian tropic contest. Have them ask my houseman about Donald almost walking through the door, leaving his nose print on the glass as young women were swimming in the pool. And he was so focused, he walked straight into the door. Like his fucking Looney Tunes.
He's like a stooge. He's like a Three Stooges. He went,
oh my God.
He took out. His eyes popped out of his skull for a moment as he went,
that would be funnier if it weren't looking at children. Like, that sucks so bad. Holy fucking holy.
Did you notice? I read the donut.
Yeah. I'm doing some editing on the fly later to read what he was actually trying to say. But yeah, now again, this is just a boomer trying to type with his thumbs. Can't do it.
So what happened is Donald Trump went over to the island. He saw some underage girls and he couldn't take his eyes off them. And so like a cartoon, literally like the actual Donald Duck, walked into the glass door and went boing, as his hair stood right up like a fucking imbecile cartoon character. I'm gonna get assassinated for this.
The nose print is an especially funny detail because that's how you know it. That's how you know it's for sure true, right? He didn't make. He thought about the nose print. It would lead no. That's the thing that really happened. Donald Trump
makeup.
Donald Trump couldn't stop fucking ogling some underage pussy on an Epstein Island and walked nose first straight into a glass door like a fucking idiot.
Well, it's clearly much more visible with Donald Trump. That glass window probably had a lot of guys walking into it. Donald Trump is the only stupid one that left a mark because of his greasy face and his fucking Cheeto-stained makeup on his face.
Jeffrey Epstein says, "Hope today is fun for you. Faith Cates right backs. Fun. When are you back in NYC? Jeffrey writes, all next week. Faith Cates writes, okay, Dylan will want to see you. I always want to see you. Where are you having Thanksgiving? Jeffrey replies, Eva? I don't know. Faith says, that means Glenn, check out his red hair. Jeffrey replies, berries color for holiday. Faith says, he's such a snooze. Who else is down there? Jeffrey says, David Fizzle, Hanson, and Trump. Hanson like the band? That can't be right.
Maybe
Trump.
Wait,
all right, so
maybe it's Chris Hansen.
So this looks like this is Thanksgiving time. Wait, 11/23/2/17. Hold on, look up when was Thanksgiving in 2017?
Oh yeah, it was Thanksgiving.
It was Thanksgiving. Okay, so they got so Trump was hanging out with that's like they're like family. Trump was hanging out with them for Thanksgiving.
So yeah, they were planning. This was them planning their Thanksgiving, where they would have turkey and ham and gravy, and for dessert, for dessert, I wonder what they would have for dessert once they were all fat enough. They were gonna. I'm gonna bleep the shit out of that.
Yep. You sure are.
Bannon the European. He is opening the populist fort in Brussels. The former Trump strategist arrives in Europe with the movement objective, an alliance between right-wing leaders from Salvini to Orban in view of the 2019 elections. New York, the invasion of Europe has begun. Steve Bannon, 65, the American far-right guru who was Donald Trump's right-hand man in the White House, but let go last summer following the racist violence in Charlottesville, is preparing to march on Brussels, launching, he told the Daily Beast himself, a new nonprofit foundation called The Movement to Movimento, right in the heart of Europe and its institutions, through which he hopes to coordinate the populist right in view of the European election, which will be held in spring 2019. Objective: to compete with George Soros, the American billionaire of Hungarian origin, benefactor of the Democratic Party, who since 1984, with his Open Society, has spent at least $32 billion in support of, and forwarded to Jeffrey Epstein. Ninth Circle. What is Ninth? This is more weird.
The ninth. No. That's referring to Ninth Circle, Phil.
Oh, is it 9 circles?
Well, I mean, not official. It's a story. It's a reference. I mean, it's a literary. It's famous.
Yeah, I got you. No, I thought it was that, but I wasn't entirely sure. I thought it was some weird, like, in speaking, pedantic in speaking, like in group language.
No, it's just referring to Dante. Wait, okay. Oh, and so then Steve Bannon replied, "Abandon hope, all ye who enter after ninth." And then Hicks, abandon all hope, ye who enter Hicks. And then Steve Bannon said, well played, sir. These motherfuckers are still using Blackberries in 2018. What the fuck?
Well, it's the official pedants phones.
I guess. It's just weird. They're using old phones and fucking young girls. Maybe switch those around.
Well, you know what's funny about that is Jeffrey Epstein's brother Mark L. Epstein made a joke about that earlier, that they were using tin cans and wires sent from tin can and wires. Yeah, maybe it was
BlackBerry by AT&T. What the fuck? I mean, BlackBerry stopped designing phones in 2016. I mean, it's just weird. It's just weird to me because these are billionaires, right? You'd think that, like, no matter what, they would always have the newest whatever the fuck.
Also, so this is actually a continuation of what we read earlier. Steve Bannon wrote, Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Yeah, so this is a reference to Dante's Inferno, obviously. And Jeffrey Epstein replied with, if you're going to play here, you'll have to spend time. Europe by remote doesn't work. Lots and lots of FaceTime and hand holding. What does any of this mean?
I
Okay.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know what playing in Europe means. Agree 100%. How do I do that? American Carnage, amazing. Ari Emanuel financed and he loves it. Errol's besties tell him it will end his career. Became a platform to a monster. It's doable. There are many leaders of countries we can organize for you to have one-on-ones. However, you'll have to come stay 8 to 10 days. Then no more than 2 weeks later, the same. The fear is that you gin up their hopes and emotions and then abandon them. I think you want to be an insider, not an outsider flying in and out. Did you get the first cut of American Carnage? Okay. And then they just start talking about some fucking movie.
Oh, I thought they meant like Americans killing people in a bloody carnage.
Steve Bannon wrote, so he sent out an article, Corker Hopeful War Powers Authorization Trump is the URL. So I'm assuming hopeful that Trump will be granted war powers. Yeah. Corker hopeful on approving new war powers authorization for Trump administration Politico. Yes, I saw it. This is from Jeffrey Epstein. Again, the amount of correspondence directly between Steve Bannon and Jeffrey Epstein is fucking crazy. It's really outrageous. It's so damning. Yes, I saw it. 1, I will invite Jerry Baker out to dinner tonight. 2, Miro, I don't know, whatever, like president of the UN. I should probably learn the name of the president of the UN. Will guide the EU project. If you like him, his government will fall this week as planned. Smiley face. Jesus. Later today, we can discuss Michael and his coins for Sultan Dubai in New York, 2122.
Well, they were talking about this political article, coworker hopeful war powers authorized Trump. Yeah, so they were discussing an article. I'm not entirely. Can you now? You're commenting on this.
And then the response: what time is dinner? Do you just not YOU? Just you want me to come over beforehand? 3 question marks.
They're the besties. See, Bannon and Epstein were besties.
Yeah, for real.
This is a nice. This is honestly like if you take aside all the kid stuff. This is a nice correspondence between two.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, Trump and Epstein hanging out for Thanksgiving, right? I mean, you know, they're boys. They're boys.
Honestly, if they didn't do the whole kid stuff, this would be just a nice, pleasant, you know, old chaps hanging out. But the thing that ruins this relationship. The thing that ruins this relationship is that they gotta do stuff to children, which they shouldn't do. Otherwise, they could have had a grand old time. They could have had the time of their life. I think probably they wouldn't be friends if it wasn't for the kids. I think it's the other way around. They just connected over that one thing. It's like the thing, you know, you're into D&D and you meet some other people in D&D and yada yada yada. You know, you roll 20, you get a touch of kid.
No. Raleigh and Bellevue, wrapping up taxes, wrapping up fire claim, trying to figure out if technologies that soothe the nervous system, that offer the positive effects that meditation or massage might offer, are worth working on, and wondering if the fact that so many people are on antidepressant, ADHD, and other drugs is what makes Trump appealing and his flaws invisible. Will you have a cabinet position? GE Vacation at gmail.com replies, do you think he can win? Linda Stone says, speak, please. What do you think? Jeffrey replies, too far to tell. We will know much more come October 15th. Linda says, how's that? Which team you pulling for? Co-authored with iPhone autocorrect. Linda also writes, Anne just had a great time with Joy. You still in Paris? Jeffrey responds, Trump Tower. Linda replies, perfect. Which team you pulling for? Trump Tower is what he said. So Jeffrey wanted Trump to win. Well, that was a fatal mistake.
Well, I mean, she Linda Stone just outright asked him, "Will you have a cabinet position?"
Yeah, I mean that was the thought process was that he would be able to like leverage his way into anything. But instead, Trump had him
killed. Oh yeah. Oh, jinx. I still can't get over the email from Jeffrey Epstein. gevacation@gmail.com. Should we send them an email?
So hey, stupid.
I'm very interested in your vacation firm. Can you recommend? Anyway, subject to Peggy Segal. Should you point out to Ariana Huff that the same type of person, same as Strauss-Kahn, is Andrew's accuser? Long criminal record, total liar. Ariana should champion the dangers of false allegations. Send a reporter or reporters to investigate. The palace would love it. The girl in the photo was nothing more than a telephone answerer. She was never 15, according to her version. She worked for Trump, first at that age at Mar-a-Lago. It's ridiculous, but the press, like Strauss-Kahn, is afraid to question women. So this was from Epstein to Peggy Segal doing basically culture war stuff.
His response is incredible. If you rewrite your last email in better grammar, and so I have a better understanding, I can cut and paste and send it to Ariana Huffington for me. Did you know why? That's crazy to be like, I just send me. Actually write it in English, dummy, and I'll pretend that I'm the one who wrote it. Did you know why Prince Albert's Charlene fled to the airport with a one-way ticket back to South Africa? Because she found out about a third illegitimate child that is 3 months old. The palace officials followed her to the airport and probably made her an offer she could not refuse. We'll get details from Jim Coleman when he comes home Sunday night. In Southampton now, Peg. Jeffrey responds, I think a great opportunity has arisen. Just like the headlines of a hotel maid now proven to have lied in the Strauss-Kahn case. The girl who accused Prince Andrew can also easily be proven to be a liar. I think Buckingham Palace would love it. You should task someone to investigate the girl, Virginia Roberts, that has caused the Queen's son all this aggro. I promise you she is a fraud. You and I will be able to go to Ascot for the rest of our lives. I know there is a public police report that no one has had the courage to publish, as they do not want to be seen attacking a, quote, victim, but being falsely accused will be the new headline. So really pushing this Huffington Post reporter to try to spin this story.
Maybe he's lying and looking out for Prince Andrew as one of his favorite clients.
Yeah, I mean he's trying to cover himself too. Yeah, I mean, but you have a reporter saying, "Hey, if you write something, I'll say that I wrote it, and I'll send it as a message." It will all blow over. They're really just trying to take down Trump and doing whatever they can to do that. And that's from somebody. And then geitunes@gmail.com. What's Jeffrey Epstein's middle name?
Jeffrey Edward
Epstein. Yeah, okay. So J.E.
So
yeah.
Jeffrey Edward Epstein.
iTunes at gmail.com. Yep. These stupid ass email addresses. I mean, they're not stupid. It's just funny. It's just so funny how banal it is, right? Because it's like, oh, well, this guy's a monster, but he does email addresses the same way that I do. It's just ridiculous.
Yes, thanks. It's wild because I am the one who is able to take him down.
Yeah.
Now, why would he be able to take him down with nothings, with big old pictures of nothing?
I mean, it's so damning. Here's the thing, Corvo. This is actually all made up, and what you're gonna trust Jeffrey Epstein?
You know, I think. I mean, look, I can trust Jeffrey Epstein, and then Trump did it, and I can distrust Jeffrey Epstein, and then Trump did it as well, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Epstein in the last email was, he was defending really Prince Andrew, right? Which I think he was lying to that obviously Huffington Post journalist who was in correspondence with him all the way back in 2011. Holy shit! It just seems like all roads, no matter what, lead to there is some kind of smoking gun.
He's a fucking.
Oh, we can't say that. He's a.
I'm sorry. He's a fuck. Yeah, he's pedantic. Yes. Yeah. He's a pedant. He's a pedant.
Oh, remember what I told you about? Now we're full circle. Do you want to hear Megyn Kelly's brilliant defense of Donald Trump?
All right. Yeah.
You ready?
Yep.
No matter what, you're not going to be ready.
As for Epstein, I've said this before, but just as a reminder, I do know somebody very, very close to this case who is in a position to know virtually everything. Not everything, but virtually everything. And this person has told me from the start, years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile. This is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this, but that he was into the bear.
Okay, first of all, Megyn Kelly is implicating herself really fucking hardcore because she is claiming that she knew about this case a while ago, and there was some knowledge about.
I love it. This is so funny. Now it's the Jeffrey Epstein is actually innocent. It's the Jeffrey Epstein Innocence Project. That's outrageous.
It's about to get worse. It's about to get worse.
You're right that I couldn't have predicted that. That is insane.
No, it's gonna get worse. She's gonna dig herself into a deeper hole, this psycho bitch, because she knew what was happening and she was fine with it, and apparently had inside information that she didn't go forward with. It's every word they're saying. They're burying them. No, Crypto, listen to me. It's about to get worse. She's about to say even worse shit.
Fairly legal type. Like he liked 15-year-old girls. And I realize this is disgusting. I'm definitely not trying to make an excuse for this. I'm just giving you facts.
What?
That he wasn't.
She's like, he's not a pedophile. He's not a pedophile. He wants to fuck 15-year-olds. What?
Now, what could she say after that could be worse?
Well, the word 8, it sounded like is about to come out of her mouth. Like that's the cutoff.
Year-olds. But he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than.
Yeah. So her defense is quintessentially, look, 15 schmifteen. At least they're not 8. Which is it's better. It's better to touch a 15-year-old than it is to touch an 8-year-old. Which technically she's not wrong. But what do we do with that? That it's okay for 60-year-old men to.
Look at the corner that they've been pushed into. I mean, these people are demons. These people are fucking demons, right? This is crazy. We gotta get Hawkeye here. I gotta see his take on this. I mean, I'm so curious. This is just. I mean, it's such
I'm gonna DM him. So Hawkeye, for the audience, is this MAGA supporter. He was really dug in for a while.
I would say former.
We managed to undo the brainwashing after a long time of debating and discussing. And eventually it was really that this whole case with Epstein was unbearable for him mentally, I suppose, to juggle. And he just, it was easier.
Well, there's a combination of things, some of which we probably shouldn't get into on the on the podcast. But yeah, suffice to say, he's come around. At least in my opinion, a little bit. I don't know, I haven't talked to him recently, but I am curious because the whole, I mean, all of this conspiracy theory stuff, right? About, there's a secret, whatever the fuck. I mean, he was, perfectly on board for all of that. And and I know that this isn't the first instance of this now being sort of judo flipped on Trump, but I mean, this is outrageous because this woman is just saying, well, it's fine for Jeffrey Epstein to fuck 15-year-olds. And so, therefore, he's innocent. And so, therefore, his association with Trump isn't that bad.
But her saying this, though, I'm just thinking, like, this person should be Megyn Kelly should be in jail. Like, this is someone whitewashing pedophilia.
She should be in a psychiatric hospital. I mean, to be able to say this, like, psychologically is crazy to me. I don't know. I mean, this we don't live in. What year is it?
What the fuck?
Weird.
So when you pretended to be a retard, a Trump supporter, your defense of Trump was much more like workable than this bitch's defense, which is 15. Sometimes they're 15, but it's better than being 8.
It's giving away the game. right? It's completely giving away the game to just say, oh, well, what is pedophilia anyway? I mean, I mean, what are we talking about? Like that's not going to sell well, you know. You really would have been better off being like, this is a hoax, this is a scam, it's all made up. I mean, I guess Megyn Kelly is too. She wants to pretend to be like a reporter, right? And so she can't necessarily just trash, I guess, the institutions that much. You know, it's one thing for the dumb Trump reporter or Trump, you know, lumpen proletariat or whatever to be like, you know, to be like, oh yeah, you know, it's all made up, it's all fake, all the way from the top to the bottom. But I think Megyn Kelly is, because of her misplaced ambitions, is not able to say those sorts of things.
You want to finish this video? See what else she says?
Yeah, let's see how fucking insane this gets. I am curious.
They were, but would look legal to a passerby. And that is what I believed, and that was what I reliably was told for many years. And it wasn't until we heard from Pam Bondi that they had tens of thousands of videos of alleged, forgive me, they used to call it kiddie porn, now they call it child sexual abuse material, on his computer, that for the first time I thought, oh no, he was an actual pedophile. I mean, only a pedophile gets off on young children abuse videos. She's never clarified it. I don't know whether it's true.
Young children, but not 15-year-olds. That's file or BBD file or whatever it's called. So
insane.
The cutoff for her is 8-year-old. Don't fuck 8-year-olds. But anyone else, yeah. Hey.
That was the number she said. I mean,
that was with her face and the mouth part, especially. She said that in front of the planet Earth, forever in archived online. She's never gonna get away with this.
I don't really trust Pam Bondi's word on the Epstein matters anymore. Yeah, so I don't know what's true about him.
Who appointed her?
But
yeah, who appointed Pam Bondi?
I mean, this is insane. What? So okay, interesting. You don't trust the United States Attorney General. How did she get to be the United States Attorney General?
Isn't Pam Bondi the press secretary? Oh,
no, the press secretary is like the other blonde lady, I think.
The army of blonde ladies protecting Trump. Again, you pointed this out perfectly, right? Everyone else gets in Megyn Kelly's brain gets a share of the blame, except the guy who is at the center of this controversy. Then 8-year-olds. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Her argument, it's interesting, right? So her argument wasn't as bad as so at first I thought she was trying to excuse Epstein, right? But then she circles back around to, no, he really was a pedophile. But her reasoning for that was, well, because he had pictures or videos or whatever of even more, not 15-year-olds, not totally fine and super cool 15-year-olds, but I mean, it's still an insane argument, but I don't even know what it buys. Okay, so Jeffrey Epstein is a PDF file to be printed out. I forget what was her pedantic. Then it's still smearing. I mean, then he's still involved with Trump, right? So I don't even get what does this do for them to do this weird wiggling? Are they going to say, well, it's going to turn out that the girls that Trump fucked were 15, and so he's fine? I mean,
this is what I think. This is what I think. I think Megyn Kelly, she made herself out to be someone who's an insider and knows some shit. I think 15 might have been the youngest that Trump did, and 8 is the youngest that Epstein did. So Trump is bad, but I mean, look, there are some cool-looking 15-year-old girls according to Megyn Kelly. According to Megyn Kelly, not according to us, but because we're awesome, we're like adult women, right? But so that's where
Megyn Kelly thinks that's like, maybe pushing the line a little bit, but apparently not. This is crazy,
right?
we have yet to see anybody come forward and say, I was I was under 10. I was under 14.
Oh my
When I
god.
What the fuck?
So now even 14 wouldn't count. It has to be under 14.
What is she
These
doing?
people these are crazy people.
What is she doing? Why would she do this? What's the point of doing this?
Because she's got to make room for Trump's actions that are going to come out when all this fucking when all the paperwork and all the videos are finally released. And it turns out he's definitely a pedophile.
No one sees what I'm doing, but my hands went up into the air and I turned around, rolled around in my computer chair because this bitch is fucking out of her mind. What is she saying? Yep. I mean, does it get worse? How much is left?
This is incredible.
It's 13,
we got 13 seconds.
Can she top it? Like with every new sentence, she breaks a new world record.
Oh!
Hey, what's up,
Hawkeye?
Oh, this is awesome.
Hey,
what's up?
Like I was under 10. I was under 14 when I first came within his purview.
They have to be less than 14.
You can say that's a distinction without a difference.
No, it's not.
I think there is a difference. There's a difference.
No, it's not. It matters. You fucking crazy bitches.
I told you the last 30 seconds would somehow be crazier.
I'm sorry.
This bitch is crazy.
I'm sorry, Hawkeye. I'm poisoning the well here by I wanted to get your take, but I'm freaking out watching this video. I'm having a hard time making it a minute 50.
I understand. I'm over here saying shit too. That's why I'm muted because this is ridiculous.
I mean,
some context for the listeners. So Hawkeye, you used to identify yourself as like MAGA and a Trump supporter, right? You don't feel that way anymore, do you?
Well, I guess you could say that I never identified with labels like that, but I did probably support Trump back with all his amazing rhetoric. Oh, I'm gonna. Yeah, but now I'm a little disappointed.
You voted for him in the election, the 2024 election.
Yep, sure did.
I don't know how much you've been keeping up with what's going on with the new release of the Epstein files, and the Speaker Mike Johnson repeatedly shutting down the government and closing down closing down the House to end the sessions and essentially preventing the release of the Epstein files.
Yep.
What do you feel about all this shit that's happened, right? All this Epstein stuff, all these documents. And by the way, I was sent recently by a very reputable source 13 new leaked emails from Epstein. If you want to go over them later, but I kind of want to hear like your take of the whole thing. Like, what do you make of this whole scandal?
I think it's very interesting that I feel like part of the government shutdown was literally, like you said, just to push it to the side and try to get focus off of that onto other things. I think a lot of people are compromised, and it'd be horrible. Well, I just think they should release. I think if they release the files, and then if we see how many people are actually compromised, people can do what they need to do and institute new government and abolish this current one because it's crazy.
So, do you think Trump did it?
Do I think Trump went to these islands? And no, I think this motherfucker went there and he literally was staring at little girls in a pool, and then he walked into a glass wall or door.
we were reading that one. We were reading that one earlier, like a cartoon. He couldn't take his eyes off underage. He couldn't take his eyes off underage girls so much that he walked into the glass. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you can't dispute these things. The guy makes weird comments about his children. See her? I'm gonna date her in 10 years. He's a weirdo. I think when people are really rich and they have all the money in the world, they can have any woman they want that's an adult. They're like, well, that's boring now. I want something taboo. So yeah, I think so. Yeah.
From Epstein to Peggy Segal, Jeffrey Epstein, the Florida money manager who once roamed in the social circles as Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew, and other high-profile figures, is going to be released from prison early, a source tells RadarOnline.com. Epstein pleaded guilty last year to procuring teen girls for prostitution, ending his lifestyle with the rich and famous in a Palm Beach, Florida scandal that reverberated through high-profile society. He received an 18-month sentence and was slated to be incarcerated until the end of this year. But now, says the source, the jail door is about to swing open because Epstein has been secretly helping the feds unravel a suspected Ponzi scheme. He had inside knowledge of the scheme because he was one of its victims, losing
Oh my God. Idiots.
67 million. I'm sorry. I had it's for the youth.
It's for our Gen Alpha listeners.
The source says it's all tied to the indictment of former managers of Bear Stearns Mortgage Investment Fund. And in that case, Epstein is the person who is identified only as victim one. Meanwhile, Epstein's life behind bars hasn't been too rough. In fact, he's allowed to spend most days at his attorney's office. He was supposedly working on a charity venture, but the source says he was actually busy helping the feds with the Ponzi scheme. One source says that he's been guarded by men in suits with earphones. Well, if those suits are going to follow when he's freed, they better pack bathing suits. Epstein owns Little St. James Island in the Virgin Islands. This is the sweetheart deal that we talked about with. So Alexander Costa, who was in Trump's cabin in the first presidency. He was, I think, Secretary of Labor.
Yes, I think that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other person who was on it was Alan Dershowitz.
So this is, by the way, this sweetheart deal was completely crazy, right? Because the prosecutor is not supposed to accept deals like this without consulting the victims. I don't know how he got this deal. It doesn't make sense. It's completely unbecoming. 18 months prison sentence that 16 hours of the day he could spend outside of the prison for work-related reasons. Meaning he went to prison to sleep, essentially. He just slept behind bars and then got out.
Yes.
Yeah, he got his 8 hours, rise and shine.
Yeah, they made him sleep in a shitty bed for not 18 months. I mean.
Subject, Steve Bannon says, GOP must rally behind Trump to survive. News and Observer. That's more like it. We need to find you the exorcist hat. Do you think you might want to come to Europe? So this is from Epstein to Steve Bannon. By the way, Steve Bannon, who is a strategist and a consultant for Trump, is all over. Like, they talk like they're the best friends. They talk all the time with each other.
I mean, wasn't he the one that coined the phrase MAGA? Didn't he essentially invent that as a... Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's right. That was stolen from Ronald Reagan's shit. Never mind. Excuse me. Although it might have been his idea to use it again. But yeah, no, I mean, he was like the guy. He was the chief strategist for a while. The amount of conversations he has directly with Jeffrey Epstein in these emails is crazy. I mean,
right.
If these are to be believed, of course.
I was just gonna say, I don't understand why, with all these things that keep happening, like whether it be like the supposed Hillary Clinton emails or the Epstein emails, like why is everybody still using emails?
That's a good question. Yeah, it's not secure at all. The thing is, I mean, this isn't like ancient history. 2018, there were ways to send encrypted messages to people that didn't go through fucking email, where there's a permanent log till the end of time. Like, I don't know. Who the fuck knows? These people are just it's a bubble of security, so they just feel like they're invincible and it doesn't matter.
Well, again, I don't think so. You know how they used a signal to plan like strikes on some brown countries with their new Secretary of Defense, who's a Nazi.
Sure.
And even that got leaked because these idiots invited a journalist to their signal chat.
Yeah. Well, that's another.
Where they shared emoji of eagles and American flags. So it's just these idiots, these bad
and then there were all those there were all those Republican staffers email or messages or whatever that got leaked. There were all them just being like, "Boy, I sure am a Nazi and do love Adolf Hitler explicitly."
People think you're joking. People think you're joking, but no, that's it. Literally, exactly. That's not. It was.
That's actually kind of light language compared to some of the stuff that was leaked. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is continuation on that. Jeffrey Epstein replies, "Yes, no worry. November too important to risk diversion. Mission first. And the Steve Bannon replies, exactly, but someone big has you in the gun sight.
Oh
Steve Bannon
boy.
here, it really looks like he's looking out for his old buddy Epstein.
Somebody big has you on the gun sights.
E.H. Barak. Isn't that Ehud Barak?
I think so. I think that's the implication.
From Ehud Barak, who is the former vice president of president of Israel, isn't he? Former prime minister. I'm sorry. So from former Israeli prime minister Ehud Barak to Epstein. Subject: Adam Pushat shared a link where God has sex with Maria. Israel joins trend with welcome video for Trump. Where God has sex with Maria. Israel joins trend to welcome video for Trump from Ran Hernov's tweet. Download the Twitter app. Okay, so now we know that there are Israeli officials. Obviously, we knew this we made the assumption before, but now we know, obviously, high-level Israeli officials have had correspondence with Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay, where God had sex. Israel joins Trump trolling video trend. It all started when a Dutch TV host made a satirical case for why Trump should consider the Netherlands second after putting America first. I see. Israel joined the growing list of European country, making satirical cases for why U.S. President Donald Trump should consider their nation second after putting America first. Clip was aired on Gav HaUma, a satirical news show hosted by Lior Schlein. America and Israel, we have a great joint enemy, Iran. They call Israel the little Satan. They call America the great Satan. So when it comes to Satanism, thanks to us, America is great again. The Trump impersonating voiceover says, "Okay, this is to get a shot on this." other than it is of note that yes, So the article is not really super relevant. It's just, but the former prime minister of Israel was directly emailing Jeffrey Epstein.
From Kea Yin to Larry Summers, did RA come back with who is RA? Rick Astley?
I don't know.
I don't know. Did RA come back with answers to the yellow highlighted? Did you take a look to the section that was written up? Apart from your vision of intro, is Trump getting crazier as many of my pals think?
Hold on. The first line says, think no response for a while, probably appropriate. Just had lunch with Jamie D. Then the highlighted bit. Is Trump getting crazier as many of my pals think, or is it steady crazy? And then the response from Jeffrey Edward. Was that the name? Epstein vacation at Gmail to Larry Summers. Steady crazy, but now frightened. Yes, quiet. Let's see if the pace picks up or slows. She's already beginning to sound needy. Smiley face. Nice.
This is all. I don't know what to make. These people don't talk normally. I mean, obviously, they got off on pretending that they're like secret agents. Like these are goofballs.
This is just. Yeah, they're yucking it up about making some, I guess, reporters sweat it out.
From Paul Krasner to Kevin Bright and also Danny Goldberg, Trump has grabbed the pussy of the Statue of Liberty.
I don't know what names. Hold on, I gotta look these people up.
I think the House Oversight Committee released like 20,000 emails, and they are being looked through with a fine-tooth comb, and they're finding all sorts of shenaniganery in there. And so, as this story develops, we're obviously going to find out more and more and more. And what I believe, since Trumpies are very loyal, I think they have two options, which is defend Trump or admit Trump is kind of a piece of shit that should not be in positions of power. Now, the way you can defend Trump, the walls are kind of closing in. You're kind of left with the nuclear option, which is to imagine reality being different, which is what Megyn Kelly essentially tried doing by saying, at least it's not as bad as 8 years. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, no one under 14 has come forward. It's got to end up being that somewhere a 14 or 15 year old. That's what's going to end up coming out for sure. It's going to be exactly that number, and that's why she had to pick that.
let me you hit on something very important. Trump veto. Can we look at this because okay, so this is the documented court case. This has been out for a while, by the way.
Oh
which
yeah, we've talked about
it's
this one before.
Oh yeah. So we have James.
This one's a
Doe
nightmare.
proceeding on
It's
this.
a real horror show.
So you got Donald J. Trump first, by the way, and his co-defendant Jeffrey E. Epstein. I, Jane Doe, the plaintiff in this matter proceeding under a pseudonym, states as follows: I am competent adult over 18 years of age, able to testify as to personal knowledge. The facts in this declaration are true and correct to the best of my knowledge, information, and belief. I am competent to testify to them if called upon to do so. I was subject to extreme sexual and physical abuse by defendant, including forcible rape that took place at several parties of defendant Epstein during the summer of 1994 in the New York City at residence used by defendant Epstein. During this period, I was 13-year-old. More particularly, I
Damn.
traveled
Well,
by
that's under 14. Oh shit. What's Megan Kelly gonna have to say about that one?
Yeah, exactly. That's not it. I mean, yeah, at least 13. A higher number
what was
is
it? She
better
said
than a
something
lower
crazy.
number.
She said under 10 for the first one. I was like, what the fuck? And then she quickly corrected herself and was like, no one under 14.
I traveled by bus to New York City in June 1994 in hope of starting a modeling career. I went to several modeling agencies, but was told that I needed to put together a modeling portfolio before I would be considered. I then went to the Port Authority in New York City to start to make my way back home. There I met a woman who introduced herself to me as Tiffany. She told me about the parties and said that if I would join her at the parties, I would be introduced to people who could get me into the modeling profession. Tiffany also told me I would be paid for attending. The parties were held at New York City's residence, where I was being used by defendant Jeffrey Epstein. Each of the parties had other minor females and a number of guests of Mr. Epstein, including defendant Donald Trump, at 4 of the parties I attended. I understood that both Mr. Trump and Mr. Epstein knew that I was 13 years old. Defendant Trump had sexual contact with me at 4 different parties in the summer of 1994 on the 4th and final sexual encounter with defendant Trump. Defendant Trump tied me to a bed, exposed himself to me, and then proceeded to forcibly rape me during the course of this savage sexual attack. I loudly pleaded with defendant Trump to stop, but he did not. Defendant Trump responded to my pleas by violently striking me in the face with his open hand and screaming that he would do whatever he wanted. Immediately following this rape, defendant Trump threatened me that were I ever to reveal any of these details of defendant Trump's sexual and physical abuse of me, my family and I would be physically harmed if not killed. 7. Defendant Epstein has sexual contact with me at 2 of the parties that summer. On the second occasion involving defendant Epstein forced himself upon me and proceeded to rape me, anally and vaginally. Despite my loud pleas to stop, defendant Epstein then attempted to strike me about the head with his closed fist while he angrily screamed at me that he, defendant Epstein, should have been the one who took my virginity, not defendant Trump, before I finally managed to break away from defendant Epstein. There's so much in here. And here's the thing. The email leaks aside, these are court documents that are...
Oh, it keeps going. It talks about Maria, a 12-year-old.
Let's see.
Immediately following this rape, just like defendant Trump, defendant Epstein threatened me and threatened me not to ever reveal any of the details of defendant Epstein's sexual and physical abuse of me or my family, of me, or else my family and I would be physically harmed if not killed. Both defendants had let me know that each was a very wealthy, powerful man and indicated that they had the power, ability, and means to carry out their threats. Indeed, defendant Trump stated that I shouldn't ever say anything if I didn't want to disappear like Maria, a 12-year-old female that was forced to be involved in the 3rd incident with defendant Trump, and that I had not seen since that 3rd incident, and that he was capable of having my whole family killed.
These are sworn testimonies under oath, under the pain of perjury, are much more credible to me than the emails.
This case, just to kind of cut to the chase here, I mean, this case was withdrawn when this person said that they were receiving death threats, and so they didn't want to continue forward with prosecuting this. But this wasn't like thrown out for lack of evidence or anything.
This is to me one of the most important detail of the case, which is, so this is another Jane Doe. In June, this is not the same one. This is another one. In June
this is
1994,
Tiffany Doe.
In June 1994, while performing my duties as recruiter of adolescent women to attend Mr. Epstein's parties, I met a 13-year-old adolescent woman, the plaintiff in this matter, at the Port Authority in New York, who said that she had come to New York City in the hope of starting a modeling career. So this is the Tiffany that the previous girl had met, right? Now, this person, I don't know of good consciousness or whatever, they couldn't bear what they had done to people, decided to align themselves with the victim to implicate themselves.
They probably cut a deal. I mean, this person probably cut a deal is the way that works, right? But to cut a deal means that there was something to go after, right?
Right.
But yeah, I mean, this person is admitting to being part of a sex trafficking ring. This is a very serious thing to admit to in open court. And yeah, I assume they wouldn't do it without a deal to, hopefully, at least get a light punishment or maybe no punishment if, they can, bring down Epstein and Ghislaine or whatever the fuck, or Trump for that matter. But all of this just ended up getting ignored because, there's probably some mafioso motherfuckers that are operating in the back scenes.
So with this said, I'd like to wrap up this episode. I'd like to personally thank our good friend and member of the server, Maya, for doing a lot of the work by sending us all these documentations and emails. So thank you to Maya.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to say I called this a long time ago. I've been annoying conservatives with Trump killed Epstein language for quite some time. And it's just it's good to get yet another tick in the W column. See you, everyone.
That's right. Yeah, see ya. And join our Discord. Bye.